What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're here with Seth Mifetu, and he is here to talk to us about Western Togoland. Okay, now you may say, where is that at? And I want him to explain, the history of it. And while he's here to talk about that today, and we know we have subscribers from Ghana as well. So, Seth, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much, my brother.
All right, so Seth, we appreciate you coming by. So tell us a little bit, about yourself and also the history of Western Togoland.
Thank you. Western Togoland is a land that lies between the Republic of Togo and the Republic of Ghana. It was part of German territory. The Germans have their influence in our land until the First World War in 1914, when the Allied forces joined forces together. That is the Britain and France, and they came to original Togoland, and then they fought they fought the German on our land. So when the Germans were defeated in the First World War, the German left, and Britain and France divide the original Togoland, which comprised of the Western Togoland and Eastern Togoland. They divide it into two and share it among themselves as war booties. The Eastern Togo went to the French, and Western Togoland went to Britain. And at the time, Britain was the colonial master at the Gold Coast, which is now Ghana. And France was a colonial master at Dahomey, which is Benin that we call today. So Eastern Togo border with Benin. So France took over that, and Western Togoland borders Gold Coast, which is now Ghana, and British took over that. League of Nations came in and trusted these two lands into the hands of the colonial masters and placed the lands under the mandate system. So we were classified as Class B mandated territory under the League of Nations. And then when the League of Nations collapsed and the UN came into place, UN adopted the resolution of the League of Nations and now changed the mandate system to trust system. And we became trust territory under the United Nations. We were then placed into the hands of Britain to be taken care of until we are matured and ready for independence. The time came when Britain supposed to give us independence, but Britain refused and requested from the United Nations to allow Britain to effect a union between Western Togoland and her territory, her colony, which is the Gold Coast. So UN approved that. They approved the union between Gold Coast and Western Togoland. But unfortunately, the union was not effected. And all of a sudden, Western Togoland was absorbed into Ghana. That's where we are today. Today, we are asking that the union that our forefathers voted for in 1956, that union should be established. We want that union to be established to enhance human dignity so that we can all live as brothers. Today, the people of Western Togoland in Ghana are being seen and treated like a second-class citizen. People of Western Togoland today do not believe in the social construct of Ghana because they believe that they have their own social construct. And the only thing they can truly believe that can make them follow their social construct is when the union between Western Togoland and Ghana is fully established. So that's where we are today. That the people of Western Togoland, we are crying that the union between us be established so that we can also be recognized as a human being. We can also be given the respect that we deserve, and we can live in peace and harmony with our neighbor Ghana. Thank you.
Okay, so just some questions that I have. So basically, all this happened between, like, say, the French and the British, and they just kind of took so much of the land to the French side, so much with the British. And
Yes.
you said that the League of Nations, which morphed into the UN, is the one that made Western Togoland be, basically absorbed by Ghana. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. The French and the British, they came together and fought German. The German was on our land. The German was on the Togoland. The Togoland was
Okay,
a one land
so you're
that the
saying basically,
have a German influence until
okay,
the First World War. And you understand that the First World War was fought in Europe, not in Africa. So sometimes it is difficult to understand why Britain and France can join forces together and come to Africa and fight German on a land that does not belong to the German. So when German was fought, German don't have soldiers, they don't have a military on our land because the land doesn't belong to them. They were only using the land to produce cotton to grow the German economy. And you will agree with me that the history let us know that the First World War was against the German influence because the German was growing economically, was growing in power. So the First World War came against German, where the Allied forces, everything was against German. So they brought a war to our land and fight German. So German lose. They lost the law.
so why you had a break? Because and correct me if I'm wrong, because of course, I know World War II was against, Germany and the
They
Nazis,
defeated, yeah, they defeated Germany. So they
but
divide the land into two.
but you mentioned in World War One, and we
Yeah,
know
that was
World
the
War
first.
One wasn't fought.
Yeah,
We wasn't fought in African soil. We know that.
that was the First World War or World War One that American would say. That was the World War One. That was 1914, and that is how the land, the Togoland, that's how it was divided into two, into Eastern and Western. So the Eastern went to French, and the Western went to the British.
Okay, so the Germans they left, um, and they just went right back to Germany. They were just the end of it, and then they left and just was France and Britain was there. So I'm just trying to recap. So they carved up the land. So let me ask you a question: why are you guys still listening to the United Nations about your land? I'm just curious about that because it seems like everyone else, starting from the Berlin Conference, have said what should happen in Africa, right?
Yeah,
And it seems like on the continent, you guys are still abiding by the Berlin Conference because why do we have borders? Why do we see 54 different countries? Why can't, you mentioned, you guys want your own land, and I understand that. But if we make another country, let's say you get Western Togoland back, like that'll be 55 countries. Like, how could we as Black people have a superpower with 55 different countries if you get Western Togoland back? How?
Oh, okay. It's not because that we want Africa to unite. We want Africa to be a one country. We're not going to dwell on that. Because of that, we should sell our birthright. When you belongs to a place, you need to have that place. Citizenship is a one thing that nobody can take away from you. But Western Togolanders, like you said, during the Berlin Conference in 1884, if my memory serves me right, that was the scramble of Africa. These European powers, they actually identified Togoland as a complete independent land. It's the land that was not colonized by anybody. It was a land on its own until the First World War came and all these misfortune happened in our land. Today, we are saying that United Nations gave us to Britain in a trust, we were under the trusteeship council, so we were trust territory, and the UN gave our land to Britain to be nurtured to independence. And the same Britain, when the time came for Britain to give us independence, Britain requested that a union between Western Togoland and her colony, Gold Coast, which is now Ghana, be effected. UN approved that. And our people were asked to vote in a plebiscite in 1956 to determine whether they approved the union or not. And truly, they voted in favor of union. So we are asking that this is very simple thing we are asking. We are saying that the union that our forefathers voted for, we should have that union established. We are not asking to break away from Ghana to form a new country that you refer to as the 55th country. No, that's not what we are asking for. All that we are asking for is that the union that our forefathers voted for should be established. You are in Houston. I'm in New York. It is fact that New York is in a union with America. That is why the New York have a governor on her own, and your country, your state, you also have a governor on your own. It's the same thing, but it's the same one country, America. So we're going to have the same country called Ghana, but the union must be established for us as a Western Togolanders to restore our dignity on our land. That is all that we are asking for. We are not asking too much. We are not asking to break away from Ghana. We are not asking to form a new country. No, we are asking that the union that our forefathers voted for should be effected now.
Okay, all right. So let's just recap. So basically, what you're saying is, you're not trying to break away from Ghana or nothing like that. You guys just want basically like your own state, basically, like within Ghana.
Exactly. Yeah, that is what our forefathers voted for. So we want that state.
Well, we're kind of like your own, whatever, governor or whatever term you want to call them. And then, this particular governor, because like in the U.S., right?
Like the U.S.
Okay, the president, he has so much power, right? But then the governors have powers over the state, right?
Yes. So the government have the state powers, and the federal power belongs to the central government. The same thing if we have our union established, we will have the state power belonging to us, and the Ghana and the Gold Coast will have their own state powers, and the central government control everything. And we, Western Togoland, will also be given.
Brother, hold on. I get you. So have anyone went to President Nana about any of this, or the central government in Ghana? Has anyone started to talk to them about this?
Sure. We've written not to only Nana Akufo-Addo. He is now the president. Not only him, all his predecessors. We have written petition to them. We put letters before them, asked them to come to the round table so we can talk. But none of them try to listen to us. They find their own ways of dealing with our case. As I speak to you now, as we keep agitating for our freedom, as we keep agitating for the union of our land, Ghana is arresting us. We are being arrested here and there. As I'm speaking to you, most of our citizens are now in cells. Some are standing trial. Recently, the Secretary General of People Liberation Council was kidnapped by Ghana government. Fortunately for him, when he was kidnapped, we got a clue and we came out, announced it, and they turned the kidnap into arrest. So he was, we say he was arrested. As I'm speaking to you now, he's sick. He's a 68-year-old man. He's not feeling well. He collapsed a few days ago, but yet he has to keep going to court back and forth. He's still battling in court. And for just talking about Western Togoland has been, the name Western Togoland alone have become a crime in Ghana. If you mention Western Togoland, the government is after you. They're trying to arrest you and lock you up. That's what is happening. But meanwhile, we are entitled to this. It is a land that is recognized by United Nations, and we have been given to the Britain, and Britain requested a union. Our forefathers voted for it to be in union with Ghana. So that union have not been effected. And we are asking simple that do the union. Let's establish the union. That's all that we are asking for. We are not asking for anything different. And this has become something that when you speak about this, Ghana government will come after you. Many of our citizens today, they can't come out because they are from Western Togoland and they are talking about Western Togoland. Many of our citizens today go to Ghana, people are being challenged. They are being told in broad daylight that they are not Ghanaians. They are being challenged every now and then.
All right, let me ask you another question. So when they're being arrested, what are they being charged with?
Well, sometimes they used to charge us with treason, and sometimes they used to. Recently, they charge us with the man that the Secretary General of People Liberation Council that I belongs to. They charge him with. They said they were using the military decree in 1976. In 1976 there was a military decree by Achampo. There was one military ruler called Ignacio Ketu Achampo. They were using his decree that he banned the use of Western Togoland, And it's unfortunate to hear that in 21st century that Ghana have a constitution. They could arrest somebody and go back to 1976 and use the decree to charge somebody. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it, because we are no more under military rule. So why should decree be used on us? Why should a constitutional country or a nation that believes in democracy and constitution, a nation that believes in human rights, be using a decree to charge her own citizens? If we are classified or considered as part of Ghana, do you think that will happen to us?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. I, like I said, this is my first time hearing about Western Togoland. So, like I said, you are educating me, and also the people who will be listening. You're educating them, right? So,
Yeah.
this is my thing. Okay, if you guys have, like you said, definitely treaty signed, paperwork signed, etc. I don't see why the central government, because you're not saying you want to break off from Ghana. You're not saying that you're trying to divide Ghana. You're not even saying that. You're saying basically we just want kind of like our little area, our land. We kind of control the resources in this area, but we still working with the central government.
Sure.
Now you said you guys have not approached the current president. Is that what you're saying? You said the presidents in the past.
No,
But this
no,
particular president, the president that did the year return, that president, you have not approached him?
No, we did. I said not only him, we approached all of the government. The previous president, we approached Nana Akufo-Addo. He's the president now. We petitioned him. We petitioned the president before him. That was President John Dramani Mahama. We petitioned him. We petitioned when President Mills was in power. We petitioned him. When President John Ajekum Kufuor was in power, we petitioned him. When J.J. Rowling was in power, we petitioned. So they all know. They all know. But what happened? They all have a different way of looking at the issue. And this is a national issue. This is the issue of a national concern. But
okay, brother, hold on. But the current president, what was his response? Because we can't talk about the past right now. All we talk about is the current president. So what was the response of the current president of Ghana? What was his response?
Nothing. It's not saying nothing.
So he hasn't responded at all.
Nothing. None of the past government, not even the present government, none of them responded to our request. None of them.
Okay, so since you got paperwork, can you guys like go to court? In other words, say, hey, this is a signed document. This is something with the United Nations. So could you guys go to court over it?
We have already initiated a court case on that. We've already filed a case at the International Criminal Court of Justice. We are waiting for the day that the court will call our case so we can go and battle in court, because we believe that this is not a physical fight, but this is a legal fight. So we can fight in court. But at the same time, we are also trying as brothers to sit together and talk over this. It's not necessarily going to court, because we can talk over this. We have our doors open to Ghana government to come to the round table.
Okay, yeah. Now you're back. I hear you. Now you're back.
So
okay.
So what I was saying is that we have opened our doors to Ghana government to come in so we can sit down and talk. And all that we are asking the Ghana government is, okay, for the fact that we have filed the case in court, let's think about that. Let us come together as brothers. Let's sit down and talk. We are people that understand one another. We, Western Togoland and Ghana, we are intertwined, because there is no way we cannot separate Western Togoland from Ghana. If you look at our culture, the way we do things, and our marriage, because we are intermarriage and we are intertwined, there is no point in breaking Western Togoland away from Ghana. The order we are asking for is that we should establish the union. Let's come and sit down and look into that union. Now, before even going to court, if we can sit down and solve this issue, there is no need for us to go to court. So we appealed to Ghana government several times. We said, okay, stop arresting our people. Let us go out there, educate our people on our issue, so that you allow us to come out with the constitution, which will be written by the citizens of Western Togoland. Based on the constitution, we can have elected officials that can sit with Ghana government to take decision on behalf of Western Togoland, so that tomorrow future generation will not question anyone who take a decision with Ghana government. But Ghana government, all this while, they pretend nothing is happening. They don't want to talk to us, but they are only interested in arresting us. Go and talk about Western Togoland, they will arrest you. But ask them to come to the table, they will pretend they haven't heard what you said.
Well, from what I'm hearing, you're not really asking for something they can't do. I don't think the ICC even needs to get involved with what you're asking for, because basically what you're saying is honor this paperwork that we have. We're not asking to break away from Ghana. We just wanted this section of land that's supposed to be ours for our citizens and our people. We still got Ghanaians too, right? We may have a governor or whoever's going to run it, but we also want people in parliament as well to be part, to talk about our interests. I don't really think that it's like treasonous to me, because it's like you're not trying to break away from the government. You're not trying to break away from the president. You're not doing anything. Sure. You're just saying honor this paperwork. I don't really see something wrong with it.
I guess you are also surprised when our members have been arrested and charged with treason. We were arrested in
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, and we were charged with treason, and we went to court, and we won the case. A sitting judge who is being paid by Ghana government, the judge was very clear. He said to us that you people are not Ghanaians. You came and joined this country through plebiscite, through voting. If you want to get out, you can go the same way and get out. And then the Attorney General, who was at the time was a family member of the President Nana Akufo-Addo, issued a statement that she didn't see anything wrong with that. They should let our people go and ask them to sign a bond on peaceful behavior. And they signed a bond of peaceful behavior for 6 months, which now it expired. It passed over 6 months now. And you can see we have been doing this thing for a very long time. We have been very peaceful. We have been applying all the applicable laws. We have never broken any law. We have never engaged in any violence. But the fact that the Ghana government is arresting us and charging us with treason, that alone is inciting violence into the people. And we have pleaded with Ghana government time and again that stop arresting our people, because you are inciting violence into these people. They are family members. You arrest these people, you put them to cell, you take them to court, they leave their family behind. Some of these men you are arresting, they are the breadwinners of their home. They leave their children and wife. Now they are hungry. Nobody is there to feed them, and you keep them in your cells for nothing. Even this COVID-19 era, that people are even scared to go in public. You arrest old men and put them in a cell with people without even observing the health protocols. So this is becoming something. And when Ghana government continue like this, a time will come we will not be able to control the anger of our people. Ghana government is making the work difficult for some of us, because we have been able to bring the anger of our people to a level that they cannot strike. But if you keep arresting them and doing this thing, a time will come we can't control them anymore. And then when something happens, they will come and blame us. They say, oh yeah, the people from Western Togoland, they are doing this. But people didn't realize that this violence was nurtured by Ghana government themselves.
Okay, all right. We don't want that to happen. Okay,
exactly. We don't want to see,
brother. We don't want to see another Liberia, no civil war, or nothing like that. Not over something this.
We don't want to see that either. We don't want to see that either.
Okay.
That's what we are trying to
what
prevent.
I'm saying is that okay? You're here. You're talking. There's a lot of Ghanaians that do listen to our platform. Maybe some Ghanaians that even in the government could be listening. We don't know, right? We don't know. But one thing we don't want any violence. We don't want anybody bloodshed. We don't want nothing. We don't want the government arresting people, putting them in jail for a simple thing that could be taken care of in court, or basically what you guys are asking for. Like I said, you're not really asking for much, in my opinion, that they couldn't do, right? To be at peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see Africa stay at peace. I don't want to see another Liberia. I mean, a civil war. I mean, when I say a lot of Liberia, I don't want to see it on African soil. So right now, if you was talking to anybody in the government who will listen to you right now, tell them why they should have a conversation with you, and why it will be good for Ghana, and why you're not being treasonous or against Ghana for what you're requesting. If you could tell them that, what would you say to them right now?
What I could tell them is that we are people of peace loving. We believe in peace. We believe in living together with Ghana. We are not ready to break away from Ghana, and we are not asking for that either. All that we are asking is that the union, which everybody is aware, every Ghanaian or every politician in Ghana know very much well, that our forefathers voted in 1956 to join Ghana in union. And that union that we are pleading with them, that they should establish that union. They should come and let's sit down, let's talk about this union so we can establish it. Then we can enhance human dignity in our land. So we, the people of Western Togoland, can feel proud and be a proud Ghanaians. As of today, many of Western Togolanders, they see themselves not non-Ghanaians, and even Ghanaians themselves, even parliamentarians. You can talk about Kennedy Japan, you can talk about Honorable K.T. Hammond and other ruling members of the ruling government have many times came out and make a public pronouncement that we are not Ghanaians. It is there every day. It is there in Ghana news. They all heard it. So all these things, we want to correct these abnormalities so that it doesn't happen anymore. All these things will not bring peace, but we want Ghana government to listen to what we are saying and come to the negotiation table. Let's sit down and talk about this so that future generation will not follow the wrong footstep. That's the only thing I can say.
All right, so anyone who's from Ghana, who's watching this particular platform, many of you guys, we love you brothers and sisters in Ghana, and we want to see you guys stay at peace. We want the government to do well, the president to do well in all African nations, right? So we all, like you say, come to the table, talk with these brothers and sisters, and see what you guys can work out. You don't need the Mzungu to come in and try to settle your issues and beefs. You don't need the Chinese to come in either. You just need your own people to handle your issues and problems. Like I said, you need mediators. It's fine. There are people in the diaspora would love to come sit down with you guys and mediate or whatever. We can do it. We can solve our own problems. But one thing we want Ghana to stay peaceful. We don't want no violence or anything like that. So, Brother Seth, if anybody, maybe even they Ghanaian or whatever, and they want to, or even in the diaspora, they want to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you? Maybe to ask some questions they had, with Western Togoland.
Well, I can give out a few telephone numbers that they can.
Well, let me say email. We don't want telephone numbers. Well, what's some emails? Because you don't want everybody calling you. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Well, you can email me my first name, last name at yahoo.com. Mifetu said at yahoo.com. If you send it, I will get it.
Okay, spell it out for people because some people may not know how to spell your name.
I believe my name is on the screen, so they could be able to spell it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. We'll make sure that we'll get him the right email, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll put that in that pinned comment as well. So, Seth, thank you for joining us on the show today, brother. Letting us know what's going on, like I said, because it's nothing that we didn't even know about. And so you want to see Ghana do well. A lot of the diaspora is coming back to Ghana, and they're exploring all over Ghana. So we want to make sure that Ghana always stay peaceful and prosperous.
Thank you.